All right. All right. Recording this call on metabolism.
You can put it on the Herbalife website.
So we're going to go first share our screen. Listen.
The video.
Sorry.
That one.
Right. So learn a little bit from Dr. David Heber.
Do you maintain a stable and appropriate body weight? Hello, I'm David Heber, chairman of the Herbalife Nutrition Institute and the Nutrition Advisory Board. You know what metabolism is? It's the calories that your body burns in order for you to breathe, support blood circulation, maintain organ function, and extract energy from your food. Your body burns calories much like a car burns fuel. But as most of us are painfully aware, some cars just don't get the same miles per gallon. So how do we burn calories more quickly? A common misconception is that your genes determine your metabolic rate. In fact, we often blame our slow metabolism for our inability to keep our weight under control. While there are differences among individuals in their metabolism, the main factor influencing how many calories you burn each day is your lean body mass. So the truth is that your metabolism is largely in your control, based on how much protein you eat and the exercise you do every day. You can maintain or increase your metabolism with a diet that supplies the amount of protein your body needs, coupled with a reduced calorie diet and regular exercise. When coupled with strength training exercise, protein can help your body build muscle. And if you also reduce your calorie intake, you can reduce body fat. As you increase your muscle mass, your metabolic rate will also rise. That's because every pound of fat-free mass on your body burns about 14 calories per day. And that's just at rest. Now, it's true that your metabolic rate will slow down a bit when you cut your calorie intake. Your body will try to conserve the fuel it has when it knows that it has less of it, but this is a small change. We can offset this small change by burning more calories each day through a healthy, active lifestyle. Engaging in 30 minutes of activity every day will increase your daily calorie burn and help to maximize your metabolic rate. For added nutritional support, try Herbalife Herbal Tea Concentrate, a refreshing tea that contains caffeine, which can boost your feeling of energy as you change your diet. It tastes great, hot or cold, and comes in a convenient, ready-to-mix powder. The energetic feeling makes a great substitute for carb-heavy snacks as you stay on a calorie reduction program. Also try Herbalife Total Control tablets as a complement to your weight management regimen. Total Control dietary supplement contains a proprietary blend of tea extracts and caffeine, which quickly stimulates metabolism and provides an energetic and alert feeling. You can order these or any other Herbalife products today from your independent Herbalife member.
You guys hear us? There it goes.
Oh, cool.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So Dr. David Hewer killed it. It's super simple. So metabolism is actually very, very important and really simple. It's like diets, skipping meals, or not eating at all is what really our metabolism. So today I'm going to kind of explain it as simple as I can in a way that hopefully you guys can share with your clients. And that'll also help you. And then later I'm going to be going over and debunking some myths. So that'll be fun. Okay, so to get started. Oh.
Hold on. No problem.
Technical difficulties. Hold up, guys. Okay, I don't know what you guys heard, so I'm just going to kind of say that again. But your metabolism is actually super simple, but it's very, very important. And it's fad diets, not eating and skipping meals that can really, really, really mess up your metabolism. So today I'm going to try to explain it as simple as possible so that you guys can go ahead and understand it for yourselves and be able to share this information with your clients. And then later we're going to be debunking some myths. So that's going to be pretty fun. Okay, so this is how serious your metabolism is. If your metabolism stops, you literally die. Like, you die, okay? So your metabolism is extremely, extremely important. And how it works is after a food has been eaten, it digests into an amino acid and into a fatty acid, right? And the carbohydrates break down into a sugar or like a glucose, and they produce energy in your body. So that's why when we don't eat, we don't have any energy. Where's my other note? So to put it into perspective, your body converts the food that you eat into energy for immediate use, and whatever isn't used, it's stored. So literally everything that you do, like when you wake up in the morning, that's your metabolism is up and running. So that's why we recommend for you to usually eat your breakfast within 30 minutes, because it kind of just gives that signal to your brain that, hey, I'm up and moving. So your metabolism's working and your body's not, like, you're not trying to push your car without any fuel in it. So your metabolism never really sleeps or can be completely broken, but the important thing that I want you guys to know is, as health coaches, right, we recommend to eat 5 to 6 meals a day, and we really want to eat with intention. So we want to look at our food as fuel, because every time that we're eating something healthy, it's literally benefiting not only benefiting our body, but our metabolism. What healthy food is easier to break down. So when our metabolism is running nice and smoothly and it recognizes the foods that we're eating, we're burning more calories, therefore giving us more energy, more mental clarity, and our body just starts to look banging. So here are some factors that can influence your metabolic rate. So I'm sure you guys have all had a body analysis, and on there we give you your like BMR, aka the amount of calories that you're burning a day to live. So that number on your sheet, so like to give you an example, say mine is like 2,000, okay? So that tells me that I burn 2,000 calories just to live. That also means that I need to be eating a minimum of 2,000 calories a day for my body to work properly. Okay, so some factors that can influence your metabolic rate are your body size, and that's basically because the larger you are, the more cells you have. So they need more food, they need more energy, and they have to burn calories. The second one is your body composition. So that basically is your body is split into 2 separate pieces, one being fat and the other one being lean muscle mass. To put that into perspective, basically muscle burns more than fat. Muscle burns about 14 calories, whereas fat only burns around 2. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn naturally, without working out, without any exercise. Okay, so muscle is really the name of the game when it comes to metabolism. Your age is also a factor. So it is, scientifically proven that we lose muscle mass, guys, as we age. The body the wear and tear on our body, it's harder to recover. And also like hormonal activities. If you are 50 and over, it is extremely important to You're not there yet, Chris. It's extremely important to exercise and make sure that you're maintaining a healthy muscle mass, because you can lose muscle and your metabolism will slow down at that point. Another factor is gender. Obviously, guys typically tend to be bigger than women, so you guys are going to burn more calories. It's just the way it is. The fifth is cutting your calorie intake too low. So like I mentioned before, if my BMR is 2,000 calories and I'm not eating enough for my body to survive, then I'm going to lose muscle. So you guys, that's really important. If on your weigh-in sheets, if you notice that you're losing muscle, you're probably not eating enough. Okay, so talk to your coach about that. Cool. So how can we boost metabolism? This is like the most exciting part, right? You guys, we've probably heard so many things. Our tea is absolutely phenomenal. It's my favorite way to start the day and get my, not only my energy up and going, but it gives us the 3 different blends of teas, creates that thermogenic effect in our body, which is a heat, and it causes us to burn calories. So how can you boost your metabolism? You can eat more protein, right? Because protein is the building block to muscle mass. So the more protein we eat and the more we work out, the faster we'll be able to put on muscle mass and burn more calories. You can increase your daily activity. So going to the gym, ladies, don't be afraid of lifting those weights. You're not going to get big and bulky. You're going to have some lean, sexy muscle, and in return, you're going to burn more calories, lose body fat, and look nice and healthy, lean, and toned. So that's basically like the gist on metabolism, guys. It's really simple. The most important thing is to eat, okay? So we want to remember to be eating every 2 to 3 hours to keep that metabolism running. My favorite analogy is that our body is like a car, right? And we can't expect to get through our day on an empty tank, or when we're running low, right? Your car doesn't go as fast. So we got to keep feeding it. We got to feed it premium. Feed it the good stuff. Don't put that bad stuff and be chugging around, okay? It makes a huge difference in your day, in your just overall mental health. So let's break some myths, okay? There's so many myths out there about metabolism and like these crazy fad diets about people not eating, and I don't even know. But so the first claim is that our metabolism rate cannot change. That's not true. That's so not true. Okay, so it is true that genetics determines our metabolic rate. But fun fact, genetics only plays a 30% in our overall like body composition, okay? So 30% is like nothing. And so you could boost your metabolism by, again, increasing your muscle mass. So that's why that is a myth, because the more, obviously, you know, you've seen like older people super fit in the gym with like a nice amount of muscle mass. Their metabolism could be way better than someone like way younger, 20 years old, that maybe is like overweight or something. I see it. So yeah, that's a myth. So next time you hear somebody say that, be like, nah, you just got to pick up the weights. So claim number 2, eating late at night will slow down my metabolism. That's wrong again. So the truth is, it's the extra calories that you eat at night that's going to cause you to put on fat. It's not when you eat, it's what you eat. Okay, so opt for something small, something that aligns with your goals if you're going to be eating snacks at night. I'm sure that your coach will have great examples And my third claim is that very low calories and skipping meals will jumpstart weight loss. Big horn on that one. That is so not true. Please don't believe that. That's a crash diet, you guys. And overall, it's going to just break down your body. So the truth is that weight loss is all about creating an energy deficit. So you're ingesting fewer calories than your body expends every day. So you're not eating as much as you're burning. So by creating that large deficit, too large of a deficit, right? Not eating enough, your body's going to backfire. Our bodies are so smart that it's literally going to go into starvation mode from there. So it's going to store everything that we do eat. Or if you're not eating at all, it's just going to store fat. Your muscle's you're going to lose muscle, and you're literally just going to be like bones and a bag of meat. So don't do that. And so when we're not eating enough and we say, oh, I don't have time, or our goal is to eat at least 5 meals a day. And when we say, oh, like I don't have time to eat, we're literally we're forcing our body to work on the same tasks using fewer calories. Okay, so you're basically like limiting the amount of calories that you're gonna burn. And I think that's all I got for you guys. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have questions. Or opening up the lines. You could just unmute yourself.
So what would you say would be good? Oh. Sorry, I was right next to her phone. So what would you say would be good snacks like these pretzel chips that I was just flashing in front of you here just a bit ago? I mean, those, no, even though they're no fat and not much going on there, with some hummus, that would be a good snack.
You want me to be friend Spencer or Coach Spencer?
I want you to be Coach Spencer. I want you to be Brutal Truth Spencer.
Okay. What's your goal?
I'm trying to pack on some muscle.
It's not a horrible snack, but I would rather you eat like some chicken or like a protein-based snack. I always encourage protein-based snacks, whether you're trying to lose weight or put on weight, because again, protein is the building block for muscle. One of my favorite things to recommend at night for muscle building, or because it burns fat, is the combination of cottage cheese and pineapple.
Ah, okay.
That's like an old school bodybuilder secret.
Thanks for telling me, Mario. You didn't ever bring that up. I see.
Got to keep bigger arms somehow.
Good question, Lake.
Good question. Anyone else ever get like a crazy question from their clients about metabolism or why they're not losing weight? Augie? You do? What's a question that you might hear sometimes?
Well, they're just like always saying, well, I'm eating this, I'm eating that, I have snacks, I'm eating good, and then and then you ask them, and it's always like fruit and just fruit, and you're just like, so I mean, I don't know, and there's some people who don't like a couple of snacks, some are picky, so I mean, what's like a good thing that you think besides like, because I would recommend like cottage cheese, stuff like that, and a lot of them don't like that, but so I just recommend the better things, so I'm like, it's simple, but I don't know, is there other like snack? I didn't even know that pineapple with what at the end?
Cottage
cheese. The fuck? I didn't know that either. Why do you always have abs? I'm like, over here, okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, man. And there's a pineapple in my fridge. I just never eat it because I always thought it was bad. So yeah.
Good one.
Snack?
Yeah. So some of the things that I always make sure, like, of course, like fruit, vegetables, they're all healthy, right? But one of my biggest things that I like to encourage my clients is anytime they share their snack with me, I ask them, where's the protein? Where's the protein? And so what are different ways to get in lean protein? We have our chicken, we have tuna, we have fish, we have turkey, we have lean red meats, we have
Yogurt.
Greek
They can
yogurt,
do boiled eggs.
Sometimes string cheese. We typically keep people more on the lean than going into dairy, but sometimes dairy does like fill in a good area, and the biggest thing is we want to make sure people are getting their lean protein. So if they're eating strawberries or fruits, I'm like, great, that's extremely healthy. I want you to keep doing the berries, but I just need you to add some protein to it. So how about a bev mix? Or how about strawberries and cottage cheese, or something of that nature, where you're making sure they're getting their protein in.
I have a question.
Yes.
I literally, as we're talking about this, one of my retail clients said, my friend wants to know what you have for protein. How weird that we're talking about it, and that was the question. Anyway, would you first suggest the bars or the mix, and why?
That's a good question, because so the Bev Mix comes in 2 different flavors, and they have 2 different types of protein. One's a whey protein. The The peach is a whey protein, and the wild berry is a fish protein. So if they are eating milk and they like dairy, I personally like the wild berry, and sometimes I'll combine them. I think I definitely recommend it as a lighter choice. For people that are working in offices or are very sedentary at work, like they don't move around a lot, I love to recommend the Bev Mix because it's a quick source of protein. It tastes bomb, and it's like all the ingredients are clean, and they're getting vitamins and minerals. And they could even have both. They could have the Bev Mix and a protein bar. But the protein bars are great too. I just think sometimes people aren't full with just a protein bar. So I feel like the water from the Bev Mix helps give them that sensation of fullness. I hope that helped.
Unless you weren't done talking, my phone's freezing. Awesome.
Hey, Spence, can I add on to that? This is David.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the wild berry Bev mix because, like, for example, me at work, we only get a 10-minute break, and so that's when I usually like get a meal in. But like throughout work, sometimes I'll go like a 4 to 5 hour period of not eating anything. So the Bev mix really comes in handy because I'm able to drink like water on the side. So I'll put Bev mix in like my water bottle, and I'll sip on that like every chance I get, like every few minutes. I have a quick opportunity to run to the back, I'll take a sip. And what I love about it too, it's 15 grams of protein, only 70 calories. So in my mind, I have that at ease of like, oh, cool, I'm not consuming a lot of calories, which is nice. And then the cool part is it tastes so sweet, and it's only 0 grams of sugar. So that really turns a lot of people onto it too as well. So that's probably one of my go-tos, and that's probably one of my best recommended choices when it comes to protein snacks for my clients and members. So
Perfect. Thanks, Dave. I completely agree. I do the same thing because my lunch is only 30 minutes, and that's like nothing. It's like time to go to the bathroom and like, I don't know, say hi to someone.
And I think even for me, that's why I love to add the apple fiber into my bev mix. So that way I'm getting my healthy carbohydrates and my healthy protein in at the same time. It helps me maintain my fullness. And then I see Lake Show eating a protein bar, making me all hungry. But I'm sure you guys have even seen where some people dip their protein bar into their soy nuts, and they're getting extra protein and getting a little bit of that crunchy sensation as well. So very similar. Like for me, once again, I like to make sure if I have my protein, it's not just protein. I'm taking it in with something else, a vegetable, a healthy grain, or something of that nature.
Yeah, fruit,
fruit or carb.
Oh, you guys, I didn't touch on that, but it's important to know that protein, vegetables, a healthy fat, and carbs all play a major role in your metabolism. So if you're missing any of those, or you're not eating one of these categories for whatever reason, just know that it's going to take an effect on your metabolism. Right? Some people like want to cut out carbs, and I typically wouldn't recommend that. It's the body's like first source of energy. Mario loves carbs. Do you guys have any other questions, or maybe like client questions that you're unable to answer?
I actually wanted to mention something that I just ran into not too long ago about last week. I was getting the Fiber One bars. They were Fiber Ones, the chocolate ones. And, I was like, okay, I could do these. But then I noticed that after having like 2, I started feeling really funny. And I noticed an ingredient in there, and it was called high fructose corn syrup. And I did my research on it because I know that fructose, the corn syrup is sugar. And I actually started watching a video, and that stuff is so high in sugar, like normal sugars. That stuff is like 30 times more packed in one little bar. It's like, I just want to say, be careful of that ingredient because it can really do damage to you trying to lose weight or whatever. It's just sugar, and it does nothing for your body. So even if it says healthy on like the bars that you get, that it says healthy and it's good or whatever, if it has fructose corn syrup, stay away.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mabel. I'm so glad that you just said that, because I actually wanted to share with you guys too that just recently with this 5-week ab challenge, and now we've got the You versus You, how powerful these things are, okay? And like how they could be a major accountability for you for, we're what, 32 days?
Yeah, we're a full month in.
Oh, dang! Okay, we're like a full month sober of sugars, processed foods, and alcohol. And our result, not only like have our bodies changed, but our mindset has changed. Like our thinking is way more clear. We're not craving any of those bad foods anymore. We could literally look at
there's a Snickers
there's
bar.
a Snickers in here because I used to swim in chocolate. But I am not even tempted to eat it right now. I had a potluck like a couple weeks ago at school. It was like nothing but junk, and those foods don't even like appeal to us anymore. And I just want to encourage you guys to stick to your program. Learn your body, love your body, eat with intention, because you deserve it. Like, you deserve to have results. You deserve to be successful. If I kind of like got down on someone the other day because we see like this like cheat meal fad all over the place, and I want to like scream my head off, because like not only as like a nutritionist, but like just as an Herbalife coach and distributor, like caring about people's health is everything to me. And when I see people saying like, oh, cheat meal, or like, yeah, I have cheat meals once a week, I'm like, okay, that doesn't even sound right. Like, that doesn't even sound good. Like, when has cheating ever served us? Never. Like, if you're not at your goal, I encourage you to not cheat on your goals. You're just going to get pushed farther back, and you're making it harder for yourself to reach those goals. And not only that, like I mentioned before, a detox from the sugars and the alcohol and the processed foods, what it does for your body, like just in total, it's so worth it. So worth it, you guys, because, you know, more vitamins, less medication. Boom.
Hey, Spence, can I add on that?
Yes, of course.
Hey, well, it's funny, everything we're talking about. I recently saw the movie Fed Up. Has anybody ever seen that documentary? It's on Netflix. Really good, very powerful, very eye-opening. It's crazy because they're talking about how, like, when the brain processes sugar, it's the same effects. Dopamines go off when, like, cocaine addicts, for example. We get that same addictive dopamine in our heads. It's the same effect as with sugar. So sugar and cocaine. Not saying that they're the same thing, but the brain registers that as the same thing. So that's why sugar is so addictive as for people. And then also sugar and high fructose corn syrup, none of that is regulated on nutrition labels. So that's why a lot of these low fat or no fat, fat free stuff still tastes so bomb, is because they take out the fat, but they load it with sugar. And so it's pretty crazy. So I recommend it. Definitely check out that documentary.
So powerful.
Perfect. Well, guys, anyone else have any other questions? No? Okay, cool. So thank you for joining in on the call. I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you got something to share with your clients and maybe impact your own nutrition. All right. So what we have next is at 8:30, we're going to have a nutrition results call put on by the San Diego tab team out here. All right. We have a 100-person limit. I'd recommend joining on early. And we're going to be hearing from this gentleman, Anochi, right? Some of us had heard from him before. But I think the thing I admire about Anochi the most was he made all these changes to his nutrition and his body while on a student's budget, right? Like he was going to San Diego State when he was first introduced to Herbalife, right? So he did it on a budget. He did it in the, I think he had an apartment, but, he's did it as a student, which is probably one of the toughest things to do when you're not living at home. And not only that, his mindset and his positivity fire me up. Like, he got me fired up for November, December of 2016. The guy is phenomenal. And so I hope you could join on the call. If you need the number, please ask me. And before I leave, I see Shada has a quick question. So feel free to unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey everybody. So my question is kind of about you guys' sugar-free challenge that you guys are doing. Because I did start and then it was really hard for me at one point. So what did you guys do to kind of get over that? Because it's okay at first, and like all of a sudden you kind of realize, okay, like I need this. What did you guys do to get over that? And like for like coffee, like and stuff like that, do you guys supplement that with just the tea and?
Perfect. Great question. So I think one of the things that really helped me was having my shake tea tabs in the morning. And then I was also having the active fiber and the best defense in my tea in the morning. And so having that fiber and regulating my digestive system with the aloe as well, I feel like it kind of helped me get rid of some of my cravings. And then with us starting our day and finishing our day with our shakes, any type of sweet cravings that we were having kind of like went away. That's how it was for me.
Yeah, I think it was like, because it was definitely hard. The first like 2 weeks was super hard, especially because it's like a new thing, but it was like an obsessive thing that I was like in love with chocolate. And it was literally to the point where I would be like, nobody is going to stop me from eating this right now. And so because it was the sugar, like my body was literally addicted to the sugar every single day. And I felt like at night that I needed to have it. And so the first 2 weeks was really hard. But like Mario said, we just replaced, so like we were having our breakfast was a shake and our dinner was a shake. And to combat the cravings during the first 2 weeks when it was hard, like Mario said, I just made sure it really, really made a difference to make sure that I was having all my multivitamins, all 3 of them. Because typically when we're craving something, it's because we're low in a vitamin in our body. And that's why our body's telling us like, oh, you need this, because sometimes it's in other foods. But so making sure that I had my multivitamin 3 times a day on time, and not missing any meals, and making sure that I was drinking like my water.
We have a question. Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah, is it like, okay, but for someone, because I started with a friend that like, you know, someone that doesn't eat like healthy, like, or eat, like takes no Herbalife products at all, would it be too much to do that at first, you think? Or
No, I think if you start small, like I would say, for your goal to eat foods that have 6 or less ingredients, and that those ingredients are natural and or organic. So like, for instance, if you're eating peanut butter, make sure that the only ingredient in there is like literally peanut butter.
gotcha.
And then it'll say like peanuts and salt. But it shouldn't be anything else. Because, I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. That just helped. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And then we had a question come in through the chat from Christina. Is it okay to use stevia liquid, no calorie, to replace sugar?
So that's still a sugar. Sorry. I'm like the sugar killer. It's still a sugar. So basically where I'm going with this is that your body's still going to crave sugars. It's like sugar is sugar, basically. So it's going to enter the body break down in the body the same way. So you'll still have those reactions of having cravings. Your energy might drop. So I would honestly recommend, are you using it for like coffee, or I don't know, like a milk, like a soy milk or an almond milk?
Yeah. What are you using your stevia liquid with? Or want to replace it with?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I just use it for like when I'm drinking coffee. Sometimes I'll just drink coffee like black without cream or anything, and so like sometimes I just want to add a little sugar in there, so like I'll squirt a little bit, but that's it. But I wasn't sure if it's like okay or not.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend to try like the almond milk, or even cashew milk is really good because it's creamy. And people love coconut oil. It sounds weird, but it tastes really good, and it has like fat burning properties as well.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll try that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great questions, guys. Great questions.
Hey, Spence, what's your opinion on agave nectar?
So it's sugar. It does have sugar in it. But because there's even like organic sugar, but like it's still sugar. It's just the process of which how the sugar is made and distributed. Yeah. So I feel like it's just like liquid, or like, a different type of sugar. I feel like if you want something sweet like that, honey is your best bet.
So honey is better than agave nectar, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the body recognizes honey as something normal, like natural, and it processes agave nectar like sugar.
Gotcha.
Great questions, guys. Cool. Honey, but got to get them from the bees, not the store, David.
You gotta catch them when they're fresh.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the call. Once again, if you'd like to get the Zoom ID for the call at 8:30, you can go ahead and text me. Right, you can text me really fast, and I'll be able to send you that Zoom ID. And like I said, you want to get on soon, so that way you can be a part of the call. And for those that are, it's a great way to introduce Herbalife to a lot of people. So if you have someone who's interested and kind of looking to maybe get going on the products, it's a great way to plug them in as well to hear some stories.
Thank you guys so much for being on the call. I'm posting my number in the chat too. If you ever have any like nutrition questions, or you get a client that's like maybe a little bit difficult or has questions that you can't answer, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. But thanks again. You guys are the best. And I hope to see you on the next call because it's so powerful.
All right, guys. So we'll see you, if not a little later tonight. We'll see you next Wednesday for our You versus You call. And our Thursdays we'll go back to our distributor call. All right. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
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 Uh-huh.
Yes.